Our Tony in the Trenches comes to us today from Sam over in Radcliffe, Kentucky, who asks the following. Tony, I'm 68 years of age and work for the federal government. Recently, I received a buyout offer to leave work now while I had not planned on retiring yet. It appears to be a good deal for me. Question is, should I take it or keep working? So, regardless of whether you are a federal employee being offered a buyout or someone currently with a company that is offering to give you a lump sum to take an early exit, my advice is before taking them up on their offer is consider some of these recommendations. Now, again, this is just my opinion, but in working in this field for almost 41 years, here's what I've seen before just leaping at a buyout. First of all, you got to consider your current age. Many times this will have a huge effect on how you're going to handle health insurance, when to draw Social Security. So if you're meeting with somebody like us at Tony Walker Financial, your current age could be very important before taking that buyout. Number two, your current health and well-being for yourself, even a partner, or listen, even parents. It's kind of interesting. Some people will say, boy, this is almost a godsend. And I'll say, why is that? Even if they're a little younger, they'll say, well, I've got some health issues, or I've got a partner who's having health issues, or I've been wanting to take care of my parents who are elderly. So sometimes don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Consider what's going on in your world health-wise, or maybe others who need you, and that possibly might spur you on to go on and take the buyout. Number three, what are you going to do if you retire sooner than planned? You know, when you get these buyouts out of the blue, most people come in to talk to me and try to weigh through all this. They're thinking, well, I've never thought about retiring yet. In some cases they are, but many people, they just have not thought about it. So be careful to rush to the buyout if you don't have plan B in terms of what you're going to do with all this free time all of a sudden. Number four, if you're under the age of 65, please make sure you've thought through the health insurance premiums that you might have to pay. Now, sometimes a buyout will allow you to take insurance and cover it through your former employer. They'll give you a good deal on it. Maybe it's through a pension, whatever the case may be. But in many cases, you're going to be on your own getting health insurance. So be sure you talk to someone who specializes in individual health insurance to find out what your options are, again, if you're younger than 65. Also, you got to consider this. You might lose some benefits. I met someone a couple of months ago, and they had not thought about the amount of life insurance they would lose if they accepted the buyout. And this would be important. Let's say you're having some health issues and you really don't want to retire. You know, you could lose $500,000 of term or something that the employer's paying, but if you leave, you can't take it with you. So make sure you know what benefits you might be losing if you accept this buyout. And finally, this is a biggie. If you are not accounting for taxes on the 401k or the taxes you're going to have to pay on that lump sum pension, you need to really slow down. Get with a retirement planning firm, someone who specializes in tax planning like Tony Walker Financial, and we got to figure out how much of a partner, what percentage Uncle Sam owns on that 401k or that lump sum pension. So you need to make sure to check the details out. Make sure you meet with somebody like us before you take on that bonus and that buyout or whatever it is they're going to be offering you. Now, let's say you are coming to us for retirement planning help. Maybe you're retiring soon, or maybe it's one of those deals where you're thinking, man, I'm going to take this buyout. I want to meet with somebody that's a retirement planning firm. And Tony, I've heard you talk about these annuities. I know they're getting popular. I'm reading more and more about them. What is the difference between you at Tony Walker Financial and your expertise in annuities and maybe all these other people that are starting to tout these annuities? Well, let's look at a few things right now. First of all, we have a process. It's the 5-step process we call the worry-free retirement. And folks, I've used this process in annuities for years. We've got it down pat, and we make sure that we explain the process to you before you just rush into an annuity. Number two, contrary to what some of the ads on TV say that are fiduciaries, that they're not supposed to take commissions, that has nothing to do with anything. We are fiduciaries. We work on both a fee basis and a commission basis. And here's the thing. We are totally transparent about both. We'll be happy to share with you exactly what the fees are. And yes, if you want to know the commissions we're making on the various types of annuities we sell, we're happy to share with you our commissions. Now, I can tell you this, over the long term, it's kind of interesting. Sometimes, and you don't hear this from other people, sometimes if you put your money with us, let's say with our Charles Schwab platform, over the long term, we're actually probably going to make more money on the fees than we would the commissions on the annuity. So again, it all depends on what you're doing, what the plan is, and what types of annuities you might purchase. Number three, We are expert in annuities. Folks, I've done these for years. We've written thousands of annuities. We've written over $700 million. We've watched all this stuff play out. Why would you risk your life savings by investing in an annuity that with somebody that really doesn't understand them, or more importantly, does not provide you a written game plan? This is something you need to be very careful of. Number 4, boy, this is a biggie. We just talked about this. We do service what we sell. See, the problem with annuities is it's a one-and-done deal for the agent. They get all their commission up front. There is no obligation to service those folks. We don't work that way. Even though we too get an upfront commission on the sale of annuities, we hang in there with you. We're going to service that annuity. We're going to be there for the long haul. Number 5, this goes without saying. Well, we have an in-house tax planning department free of charge for those services for our clients. And that is something a lot of people just don't provide. We're going to help you with the tax planning surrounding those annuities. And finally, this is one of my favorite. With the proprietary income planning software, we can put that written game plan together and then show you within the game plan with other investments, maybe some of the other accumulation annuities. If we so choose, we can show you how that beloved
mailbox money
is used with those types of annuities. So if you're retired or nearing retirement, maybe you've got an old annuity and just want a second opinion before you possibly get ready to buy an annuity and get stuck in the wrong annuity, let's do this. Let's set up a free phone call. We'll provide that second opinion. There's no obligation. You just log on to TonyWalkerFinancial.com. You're going to click on that little Let's Get Started. We'll arrange the phone call. Or if you like, 24/7, you can call us at 877-499-9255.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like, check out these other clips. And be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos.